Ladies and gentlemen, your host and hostess for the evening, Art and Angela Williams.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You know what? You know what? This is absolutely mind-boggling. Folks, listen. At 3 o'clock this afternoon in my room, I received a telephone call from Barbara King, and she said, Art, we just want over 35,000 people that have registered and paid their money to come to this event. Folks, every now and then, if you're lucky, in your lifetime, you have an opportunity to participate in some very special once-in-a-lifetime event. A few years ago, here at this Superdome, I watched Georgia win its first and only national championship, beating Notre Dame. Tonight, folks, you are participating in history. This A.O. Williams event is the largest meeting ever by one single company, one event, over 35,000 people. I'm so proud of you, I can't stand it. You know why? You know why? I could die today a happy man. I'm so dadgum proud to be part of A.O. Williams, I can't stand it. Every year for the past 12 years, folks, we've picked a theme or a motto for that particular year. In 1977, when we founded A.O. Williams, our motto was a company where salespeople are king. See, most companies in these United States are run by the pretty people. They put these people in their ivory towers and they look down their nose at salespeople. A.O. Williams wanted to build a different kind of company. We said the salespeople are the most important people. They take the biggest risk and they deserve the biggest reward. In 1984, our 6th year in business, our motto was, I won't prove bad. Back in 1977, when we founded this company, there were 85 people. 99% of our business was coming within the city limits of Atlanta, Georgia. We used to meet, though, at our meetings and dream, and we said, one day, we're going to be number one. And the competition looked at us and said, throw up. Ain't no way. January 1984, I called an emergency RVP meeting in Atlanta, Georgia. When those RVPs checked in, I issued them a t-shirt that said, I won't prove bad. Folks, you show me another company that's got the courage to look the competition in the eye and tell them what you're going to do, and go do it. Tonight in New Orleans, at this Superdome, in a historic meeting, I'm announcing our theme for 1990. Our motto for this year is be proud, be tough, and attack. You know what? I'm so dadgum proud of you, I can't stand it. I'm so proud to be your teammate. I'm so proud to play on the A.O. Williams championship team. In 1989, you produced $93.4 billion, a new world record. In 1989, you beat number 2 Prudential and number 3 New York Life combined. In 1989, for the 6th consecutive year, you won a national championship. All my life, I've wanted to be somebody. All my life, I've wanted to make a difference. All my life, I've wanted people to look at me and say, Art, you're special. Art, you're different. See, folks, the difference in winning and losing is this much. See, folks, to win, you got to have an edge. I believe part of this edge, part of this mental conditioning is you got to be proud. You got to be so dadgum proud of what you're part of. It just oozes out of your body. I love A.L. Williams. I love everything about A.L. Williams. You know, Mickey Mantle was one of my favorite athletes, and Mickey Mantle said, I love to hit a baseball. I can't wait to get to the ballpark to hit a baseball. Every day I wake up, I look forward to going to the ballpark and hitting a baseball. I love hitting a baseball. He said, if I wake up and it's raining and they cancel the game, I get sick inside. He said, I love hitting a baseball. I don't like it. He said, if you like something, you'll never be good at it. I love A.L. Williams. I'm so proud of A.L. Williams, I can't stand it. I'm proud of the things we stand for. I'm proud of our principles, proud of our traditions. See, A.L. Williams to me is a throwback to the old days. So see, we believe your reputation is everything. We believe you've got a responsibility to do what's right. We believe honesty and hard work is the key to winning. Folks, I'm so dadgum proud we took on the largest industry in the world. Think about this, folks, 13 short years ago, 85 total people, but we said one day, watch out, big boys, we're going to be number one. One day, everybody in the largest industry in the world is going to know and fear A.L. Williams. And you know what? Folks, think about this. In any city, village, or town in Canada or the United States, I don't care if it's 15 million people like in Los Angeles or 10,000 people in Cairo, Georgia, where I grew up. You walk in any city or any town and you find a local insurance office and you walk in there and you ask them if they ever heard about A.L. Williams, and their face gets red and they start squirming in their chairs. You know what? You know what? Everybody in the largest industry in the world knows A.L. Williams is the undisputed leader. You're number one in everybody's mind. You think I ain't proud? You think I ain't proud? I'm so proud we didn't quit. Folks, think about this. Our competition was big and powerful and strong, and they used their influence when we were little. And they tried to eliminate competition, and they tried to outlaw products, and they had some influence in having bad articles written about A.L. Williams. And we had wives blackballed from social clubs because their partners belonged to A.L. Williams. We had tires slashed and threatening telephone calls. I'm so proud we didn't quit. Folks, think about how bad it would be out there for the consumer without A.L. Williams. Just one example. Metropolitan's average death claim last year was $3,000. Prudential's average death claim was $4,000. A.L. Williams' average death claim was $112,000. Folks, this would be a sad world today if there wasn't any A.L. Williams. I'm so proud of the kind of people we built A.L. Williams with. See, in 1977, we were fed up with corporate America. We said we're going to try to build a company like you build a football team. See, I believe the last 25 or 30 years, the stinking thinking in corporate America has been all screwed up. That they believe the important people are the pretty people with the fancy degrees and the high IQs, and A.L. Williams believed the key to winning were people that had an incredible desire to be somebody. That desire and will to win and want to was everything. And we said, we don't care what you look like, where you come from. If you qualify to play on the A.L. Williams team, we're going to put a uniform on you, put you out there on the field, beat you around. And if you're tough, if people will buy from you and believe in you, there's no position, no responsibility you'll be denied. Folks, think about this. Where else can an old football coach from Cairo, Georgia, with a PE degree, making $10,700 a year go to have an opportunity that this company gave me? Where else can an old railroad conductor making $17,000 a year like Hubert Humphrey go to be paid over $3 million in 1 year? Folks, where else can an old school teacher like Ronnie Barnes go that was making $15,000 a year and go in business for himself and be paid over $2 million in 1 year? Folks, where else can an old housewife go like Ann Baxter with 4 kids dependent on her sole income, go. No business experience, but wants to be somebody, go in business for herself, and a few years later be paid over $400,000 a year. Let me ask you folks, what about you? What about you folks? Are you proud? Are you proud to be part of A.L. Williams? Are you proud to wear the A.L. Williams uniform? Oh, folks, what do people think when they look at you and your family? Are you proud? Does it ooze out of you, folks? Do your kids wear A.L. Williams t-shirts? Does everybody you meet know you're part of A.L. Williams? Do all your brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts and family and friends know you're eating up with A.L. Williams? Are you proud? Dadgummit, are you proud? Or is this just a job? Or is this just a job? Do you talk about A.L. Williams everywhere you go? See, folks, the difference in winning and losing in the free enterprise system is this much. You gotta have an edge, and part of that edge is you gotta be proud. What about you? What about you? See, folks, you gotta be proud, but you also gotta be tough. See, I believe the number one reason people fail in business today is they quit too soon. See, the first 18 months you go in business, everything you touch turns to crap. See, the first 3 to 5 years you go in business, folks, you're gonna be riding a dadgum roller coaster. Every time you get it going, you're gonna be disappointed. See, to win, you've gotta fight the fight for 8 to 10 years. See, folks, it's tough to win in the big leagues. But you know what? That's fantastic. That's the most wonderful thing I could tell people that look like you. Folks, where else could people that look like us go to have this kind of opportunity? See, if it was easy, if you had to be smart to do it, see, all the pretty people, all the brains would make all the money, have all the responsibility. Thank goodness it's tough. Thank goodness you got to get down there and slap it up. See, A.L. Williams was built for the ball busters. A.L. Williams was built for people that want to be somebody. A.L. Williams was built for people that grew up tough, that grew up hungry. A.L. Williams was built for the 2%ers. See, if you want to win, you got to be tough. See, folks, if you could cut open the heart of all the winners and legends in A.L. Williams, and you tried to find that common denominator, that one single thing that made them different, let me tell you what you wouldn't find. You wouldn't find born superstar. You wouldn't find born salesperson. You wouldn't find born leader. You wouldn't find born motivational speaker. You wouldn't find gifted people. Let me tell you what you would find. Super hard workers. People that are super intense. Balls to the wall mentality. Totally dedicated. Totally tough. See, I believe to win in the free enterprise system, you got to have two things going for you. Number one, you got to do what's right. You got to be honest. You got to tell the truth. And see, folks, that's so tough because it's so easy today to cut corners. It's so easy to fudge. See, the morals in business, in fact, the morals in our country seems to be going down the toilet. But folks, if you want to win, number one, you got to be good. If you're not good, sooner or later, it'll catch up with you. Number two, you got to be tough. See, most people say, bull. Ain't no way, Art. Ain't no such thing. You can't be good and you can't be tough at the same time. Bull. President Bush talks about building a kinder, gentler America. And then he goes down and wipes out Noriega in Panama. See, you gotta be good. You gotta be good, folks. You gotta stand for something. But you also gotta be tough. I'm so dadgum proud of A.L. Williams. Number one, A.L. Williams is good. Are we perfect? No. Do we screw up every dadgum day? But our heart's in the right place. We want to make a difference. We want to deliver. We sell buy term and invest the difference 100% of the time. When you represent A.L. Williams, you never have to back in the door. Number two, A.L. Williams is tough. See, this ain't a job to us. It's a job to our competition. This ain't a way to make money to us. It's a way to make money to our competition. We're on a crusade. We're on a mission. We're out there to make a difference in the lives of people. What is tough? Tough is never showing hurt. Tough is never showing doubt. Tough is never showing quit. When your best guy quits, you got to go recruit 3 more. When you lose a client, you got to make 5 new sales. When there's a bad article written about A.L. Williams, you got to go stick it up the competition's butt. What is tough? Tough is always being excited, always being happy, and showing it. Greatest definition of a winner I ever heard. Almost everybody can stay excited for 2 or 3 months. A few people can stay excited for 2 or 3 years, but a winner will stay excited forever. Being tough is always being excited. Being tough is always being happy. Being tough is always being positive and showing it. What is tough? Tough to me is Jimmy Meyer, graduating from college. Tough is Jimmy Meyer, graduating from college, a real competitor, a basketball player, wants to be somebody, just eating up with it, looking for an opportunity, gets his first job, belongs to a union, wakes up every day excited to go to work, paying that extra price, wants to go to top, totally excited, totally dedicated. And one day his union boss drags him off to the side and said, "Jimmy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you so dedicated? Why are you working so hard? You're embarrassing all of us. You ain't got to do that. Slow down." See, the world says, get a job. The world says, be ordinary. The world says, be comfortable. Why? Because, folks, it's easier for the world to accept being average and ordinary if you fail. If you win, it makes the world unhappy with themselves. If you want to win, folks, you got to be tough. If you want to win, you got to be different. What is tough? Tough is doing what you have to do to win. See, folks, there's no such thing as almost winning, almost being somebody, almost being financially independent. See, folks, when they get ready to plant you in the ground, there's going to be a tombstone over you, and it's going to read, "Here lies a dud," or "Here lies a stud." See, folks, if you want to win, you got to be tough all the time. If you want to win, you got to be dedicated all the time. You got to fight all the time. See, tough is the competition slashing your tires like they did Frank Deneen. Proud is when you don't quit and you win and become a millionaire. See, tough is when the state insurance commissioner promises to shut you down tomorrow. Proud is when you're still in business 13 years later and #1 in the whole industry. Tough is when you deliver a death claim check to a wife of your best friend. Proud is the feeling inside. Tough is when you pay for a mistake like Bo Adams. Proud is when you rebuild your reputation and make a difference in the lives of thousands and thousands of people. Tough is Francis Averett with a seriously ill husband and $180,000 in debt. Proud is money in the bank and on target to be paid $1 million in 1 year. Tough is when you have to see your mother living in public housing. Proud is when you buy your mother a house and have a full-time housekeeper like Myrna Lehman, Puerto Rico. Let me ask you folks, what about you? Are you tough? What about you folks? Are you tough? Or are you a dadgum pansy? See, folks, to win, you got to be proud. You got to be tough, but you also got to attack. Oh, what does attack mean? Does attack mean punching the New York Life agent in the nose? No. Does attack mean burning down the NALU headquarters? No. Does attack mean running over Alan Press with your car? No. See, folks, attack means never giving up. Attack means always being aggressive, always on the move, always going forward, never retreating. See, if recruiting is down, you got to start recruiting. If you aren't making any money, you got to create activity. See, attack means always changing, always charging, always improving, always looking for a better way, always getting better, always looking for a spark, always looking for an extra edge. See, if somebody says something bad about A.L. Williams, you got to attack. If somebody says something good about cash value, attack. If somebody says something bad about your teammate, attack. See, folks, attack is us, it's we, it's together, it's the team can do anything. See, folks, attack is a mental attitude. Attack is turning negatives into weapons. Attack is a state of the mind. You can't ever get too comfortable. You can't ever get too secure. Attack is always being on guard. You got to go to bed every night stirred up. You got to wake up every day with knots in your stomach. Attack is never letting up. There's always somebody out there trying to knock you down. Think about Mike Tyson, folks. A few weeks ago, people said one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, a one-in-a-decade kind of fighter. Nobody could touch him, knocking out everybody in the first round. Boxers scared to go in the ring. But all of a sudden, he starts having personal problems. All of a sudden, he loses that little edge. He quits training so hard. He shows up one night, not ready to fight. And not only does he get beat, but he gets knocked out. See, attack is a mental attitude. Attack is turning negatives into weapons. See, attack, folks, is something you can control. If you won't be beat, you can't be beat. Tonight, in the Superdome, I'm issuing a call to arms for the A.O. Williams Company. Folks, A.O. Williams can't become too pretty. Folks, we can't let A.O. Williams become too comfortable. Folks, you can't ever be ashamed that your superstar is a cashier at the local grocery store. Folks, you can't ever get feeling too good and too important not to go out there and slop it up. Marriott, maybe the greatest hotel chain in the world today, has something I like. One day every year, they require every executive, every leader to go trade places with a bellman, with a maid. See, folks, attack is never forgetting where you came from. Attack is always being proud of your traditions, always being proud of what you stand for, always being proud of your opportunity. Folks, as I look at the state of the company today, everything's in place. Think about this, folks. The last 13 years, A.O. Williams has become the #1 producer of individual life insurance in the world. We've become the #1 producer of mutual funds in the world. We beat the #2 and 3 companies combined. We've produced a record number of millionaires, a record number of families being paid over $100,000, a record number of families being paid over $50,000. And yet today, folks, the market is bigger than it was in 1977 when we opened this company. There are more people that need our products. There are more families that need our opportunity than needed in 1977. Our products are better. Our compensation is better. Our support is better. We're diversifying and opening new markets. Today, folks, there's not one thing we're not better in than we were in 1977. But you know what? See, folks, products are not the key. Compensation is not the key. You don't win with support. See, folks, you're the key. It's not products, it's people. See, folks, we can still blow this thing. There are no guarantees in the free enterprise system. Look at what happened to Drexel Burnham. Merrill Lynch lost $200 million last year. Look at what happened to Eastern Airlines. See, folks, A.O. Williams has a chance to build a worldwide giant. We have a chance in the next few years to build a company on the magnitude of Coca-Cola, become famous all over the world. Folks, we have a chance to build a company that everybody will know us all over the world. Our leaders can build great wealth for their families. We can do great things in our communities. Or we can choose another path. See, we can settle in and feel comfortable, feel secure, and just become another mediocre company with a mediocre future. See, folks, the enemy ain't the NALU. The enemy ain't Allen Press. It's not the insurance commissioner in Tennessee. It's not Prudential. The enemy is us. The enemy is you. The enemy is me. The enemy is getting too comfortable, losing that edge, retreating, resting on your laurels. See, the single thing determining the future of A.O. Williams is in this room tonight, and that thing is you. It's your attitude. It's your expectations. It's your dream. See, the enemy to A.O. Williams is complacency. It's willingness to accept good when you can be truly great. It's your pride, your toughness, your ability to attack, not just today, but tomorrow, next week, next year, 20 years from now. That's what's going to keep A.O. Williams on top. Let me ask you this, folks. Are you proud of what we've done the last 13 years? Are you proud of our $93.4 billion world record last year? Folks, are you proud of our 6 consecutive national championships? Folks, everything's in place. Nobody can beat us, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. See, folks, we can still blow this thing if we don't keep attacking. To win, we got to always keep growing. We got to always keep moving. We got to always keep changing. We've got to continue to set new goals, new mountains to climb. In 1990, folks, we're not going to be satisfied with 93.4 billion. We're going for 103 billion. Folks, in 1990, we don't want to beat just the number 2, 3 companies combined. We want to beat number 2, number 3, number 4 combined. See, folks, this is a new day in A.O. Williams. I'm happy with everything I see. But you know what? My butt's still burning. Folks, there's something inside of Art Williams that says A.O. Williams is not as great as we could be. We're not working as hard as we could work. There's still a lot more to do in A.O. Williams. What about you? What about you, folks? Are you tired? What about you, folks? Are you comfortable? What about you? Can you get it up one more time? What about you, folks? Can your people, your company, your family count on you? What about you? Are you proud? What about you? Are you tough? What about you? Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to attack? See, listen to this, folks. Let me get serious with you now. Listen to this. When we opened our doors in 1977, February 10, see, we said A.O. Williams was built primarily for one thing. We're built for different kind of people that have been locked out of real opportunity in corporate America. And we were going to judge success in A.O. Williams with how many families became totally financially independent. See, folks, A.O. Williams is not built to beat Prudential. I'm so happy we did it. See, folks, A.O. Williams is not built to be number one. I'm so proud. See, folks, A.O. Williams is not built to take our people to Europe. I'm so happy we did those kind of things. See, folks, A.O. Williams is not built to make Bob Safford a hero, to make Art Williams a hero, to make Bill Whittle a hero, to spend all your times applauding other people. Yeah, way to go. We're proud of you. You're my hero. See, A.O. Williams was built for you to win, for you to make you a hero, for you to make money, for you to build your dream home, for you to applaud you, for you to like you. A.O. Williams was built for you to build a business that would give your family a chance to be totally financially independent, to put your family in a situation where nobody can put their thumb on you and squeeze you. See, folks, our number one goal today in 1990 remains the same as it was in 1977. A.O. Williams was built for you and your family to win. Let me ask you this, folks. What about you? What about you? So what if A.O. Williams does $103 billion in 1990? So what if we win our 7th consecutive national championship? So what? So dadgum what? See, folks, the bottom line is A.O. Williams has failed if you fail. See, folks, to win, to be somebody, to be financially independent, to change your family's expectations for generation, you gotta be proud, you gotta be tough, and you gotta attack.